First up, we've got Kevin Purcelli, and he is, or he has been, the executive Miami YPN chair for almost 5 years. In his first full year working with his network, the Miami YPN won Network of the Year in 2017. Since then, he's had nearly double in size and is beyond excited to share his knowledge and expertise about running a network. In his spare time, he loves having new experiences, exploring new cultures, and learning from other people's experiences. So without further ado, Kevin Purcelli.
What's up, y'all? How you doing? All right, so I'll be honest, I haven't got much sleep, and it's a good thing because I'm onto something here, I think. But when you're this sleep deprived or whatever, stick to the script. So that's tip one. Go through a lot of tips today. So with that, hey, YPN OC YPN, sorry. Thank you so much for inviting me. For you guys to win Network of the Year and to have me on is a privilege. So we'll start off with that. The second thing is being sleep deprived. I probably had more coffees than Rebecca Donatelli today. And speaking of which, this is where I'm going to start the presentation, and it's important to start here. So give me a second. All right. I don't need sound. I wish I could include sound, guys. I just didn't have time to add music. It was awesome that you guys started with music. You set a mood, and that's how you should always be thinking about your young professional network. Set the mood. All right. All right. Yeah. So, guys, if it's hard to see, if you can just pinch in and zoom in a little more and make my life easier. So, buy the book. And the reason why it's important to buy this book is because the first thing in the preface that she mentions is the YPN Advance. And this is not the YPN Advance that I met Rebecca and a lot of you. I believe it was the one before, but this was the only one I could rip off the NAR YPN website, so, or the Facebook page. So, but what's cool about this one is I learned about a certain name, and I knew Wu before this, but he was now Dr. Wu, and that was a year before you guys won Network of the Year. So the reason why, another tip is, one reason why I should take leadership seriously is because you get to go to events like this. They're life-changing. Like that's pretty much the reason why I'm here today, probably. So take your leadership seriously. You get to do amazing stuff when you get to the top levels of your organization. So, Dr. Wu, if I'm ever in LA, man, you're never driving. Somebody else is driving you around for sure. And so I'm dedicating this presentation. Oh gosh, and oh, one more thing about music, right? I would have played California Love, so thank you for it. So with that, protect your neck. This is Miami YPN's questions and tips. In the title, there's a joke somewhere, but we really don't have time. So tip one, if you're giving a presentation, make sure your education has concrete examples. A lot of people can say like some cool wizardry stuff, but make sure you have something to follow. Create a blueprint. So step two comes in, and this is really important, guys. Centralize your communications and start prep for your next season in early Q4. So the reason why WhatsApp up there is that's where all of our centralized communication is. And another fun thing to share about Miami YPN and Miami Realtors in general is we have a planning conference, also a life-changing experience, guys. It's really cool. And this was the one that we did during COVID, and this was the closest we ever got. We got this picture, and we were back distance again, I assure you. Miami hasn't fared well with COVID, but we're proving that if you do it responsibly, you can do things safe, even with COVID. So this is going to be the year where we bust out of COVID and get ready to do some cool stuff, guys. So with that, the reason why the planning conference is important, it's simple. Here's the reason why. Camaraderie right away. Super cool to get down with your click. So here, the vibe you want to go for is that Kanye West song, right? With your click, you know what I mean? So whoa, sorry. So yeah, and the first, what's really important about planning conferences too, like your first years, you got to get them in sync right away. You don't want to lose them. So you want to get them in sync with the crew that's already there. You want to get the creative juices flowing. You want to set up structure and your pace for the whole year. So you got to give them that taste of sweet nectar. You got to give them that Kool-Aid. Super important. So now concrete examples, right? Right. So why is centralized communication important? So this was 2 Saturdays ago, and I woke up, I saw the Busset challenge, and I was like, wow, that's pretty crazy. And I'll talk about Teresa later in this presentation. She's my CEO. She's a sharp cookie, and she teaches you a lot of cool tips. And one is, like you have to do things tastefully. So I asked, how can we do this Busset challenge tastefully? And because we had centralized communication, instantly we start getting ideas. And Gabe referenced one of his cool videos, which it was. And if you guys want an idea for a video for your own branding, I'm sure he'll happily give you the template for it. It's pretty cool. I think his Instagram is @goodnessgabe. So a few ideas come out, and then Chandra, she's our president-elect, and she's sharp. She's amazing. Another life-changing event, we were at Florida Realtors Conference and Expo, and that's when we kind of knew that she was becoming an emerging leader. And sure enough, she's president-elect the next year or the year after. So she came up with this idea like, hey, let's do the Busset challenge, but let's do FSBO versus Realtor, right? So that's pretty cool. So that's one idea right there. And then, of course, I'm already like, where's the FSBO sign? Let's bust this out. And then William, year one, see, we already have him in sync, and he's we got to do a rehab versus a finished product, right? That'd be a cool Busset challenge. Pretty amazing, right? Chandra again on fire. Before and after YPN Pro, we'll talk about YPN Pro in a bit. And the communication goes from there. So this is tip 3. You plant the seed, you let it marinate, and eventually, if you're a good YPN group, you will manifest that. So put it out in the universe, think about it, and then proceed. And this next thing is cool. So Koki is our liaison for NAR YPN this year. And he has a Monday something. My mind's drawing blank. But one of them is replace the words I can't with how can I. So if you aren't familiar with this, just go to Koki is Kia on Instagram, and there's some serious wisdom there. Check it out. It's awesome. Okay, so more about my boss. So she says this constantly in meetings, and so you really need to think about this. But Teresa King Kenny, she says you are paid to think. So really think about it. Put some purpose into it. I don't think I'm gonna have time to talk about it here, but another thing, just real quick, is just line them up and knock them down. So with that, we'll take a little break. I don't know how many questions I'm going to be able to address. I'm going to save a lot to them for the end, but this was one that I think I saw a couple times. So what's your favorite blog, podcast, or book that has helped you in the last year? And to be honest, I don't really read much, but then I really thought about it. And then I was like, I was listening to this podcast and it told me about this book. And the book was actually gifted to me, so that was pretty cool. So I'm going to share you my favorite thing from the book so far, and seriously, it's pretty powerful. And this is your model now. So, like for any good event, if you can trigger dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins in the event, you're never going to fail. I'm not going to read through all of this right now, but it's pretty thoughtful. And if we're going to unlock the brain, shouldn't we be pretty cerebral about it? That's what It's what YPN. And it's so funny, guys. I told you I don't read much, and then so this is a guilty thing where I actually subscribe for Masterclass, and I've been the worst subscriber. I have not seen this this Masterclass. I have not, but she did say one thing in the trailer that I saw, which I think is super important, guys. It's Anna Wintour, and I don't even know the exact quote. At least I got Cokies right. I know that for sure. But explore within. You know, sometimes cut yourself off. It's not always about what other people are doing. It's what you feel the right message is. And I already talked about it. Music moves people. It set the pace for this meeting, and you can continue to do it. So one cool idea. I'm not going to be able to talk about this event much today, but we host a 3-on-3 basketball tournament in the Miami Heat Arena. We've postponed it this year. This is not something we're not going to pursue while COVID is going on, but it's something in our arsenal, and it's something you guys should adapt. We can talk about this event a different time, but what I want to say here is there's a Meek Mill song called Championship, and it's a sweet saxophone entry, and to like start with a video, like with somebody playing the saxophone, and then rap about the basketball tournament. I'm going to do it someday, but it's going to be an awesome video. Okay, what's next? Oh, and then this is important. Like I just told you to cut yourself off, but you should also do this and keep a catalog, like in your notes or something like that. But you know, peruse social media. If you see a good idea, plant the seed. Doesn't mean you have to do it right now. Write it down in your notes. And if you think it's going to benefit your campaign at a different time, maybe that's the time to bust it out. I already have plans for stuff that I'm not able to do yet, but I'm already like ready to do it. And then tip 4, do you guys see where this is going at? Okay, well, think bigger, guys. You know, you're network of the year. You're an inspirational group. You guys have OGs on OGs. Like your cheers to 10 years. I don't think so. That's pretty cool. That I thought Dr. Wu was an OG, and there's like people before him. So it's you guys' network is deep. It's got history. You guys can do a lot of cool stuff. So tip 5 is to go back to step 1. Make sure your education has concrete examples. And here now I present you. Do we know where we're going yet? Does anybody have a guess? Does anybody want to guess what the next slide is? And what will happen after I show the slide? Does anybody want to say anything? I'll take that as a no. So with that, we're going to do the YPN Busted Challenge for sure. And we got an answer for that for sale sign by owner. And with another hip hop song, I listen to all types of music. I don't know why this turned into a hip hop like presentation, but it just works perfectly. So the next Wu-Tang song, I don't know if you guys have heard it. It's a really cool intro, but it's like, do you like Wu-Tang style? Let's begin there. And with that, we're challenging you guys to a busted challenge. And I taught you guys how to do some things. And so now I fully expect you guys to produce a video. But you know, like I'll show you what we've done so far. So give me a second. I have to get these files right. So just give me 1 second. I'll put the camera back up.
While you're getting that all set up, I'd be really curious to know, I know you guys do a Young Professionals Award in your particular, or through YPN there. I'd be interested to see kind of what the structure is for that. And if you guys have had successes with it and how long that's been going on for, and then any other events that you guys do that are kind of your staple events.
So let's do this. I will totally be willing to talk about that today. I'm going to try and stay within my 30 minutes and give the other 2 presenters their time. I'll happily come back at the end and talk about that all you want.
Yay.
Is that fair? Is that cool?
Yeah, that works perfect.
Awesome. All right. I'm almost there, guys. Just kidding. I can't find the letter I. I found it. All right. So our busset. Oh, I do need the sound now. Hold on. I'm going to stop sharing, and then I'm just going to reshare. Hopefully that'll boot it up. Okay. Cool. All right. Do you guys see that thing that I just slided over? Perfect. All right, cool. So, all right. So this next part's even, let's get it a little weirder. So if you're down to do this, this busset challenge, I need you to unmute your mic. All of you. All right, cool. So I didn't really know this song until like a few days ago. The song's inappropriate, but I changed it a little bit. and to be fair, I didn't use any inappropriate language in the video, so hopefully this is okay. So it's like, throw it down like a realtor. Hey, bust it. All right, so we're all gonna do it at the same time. If you accept the challenge, I think it would be kind of fun. So it's gonna be really like disconjointed, but still, I think we should try it. All right, starting in 3, 2, 1. Throw it down like a realtor.
Hey,
bust it. Bust it. Bust it. Bust it.
Bust
Bust
it.
it.
So tip 6. Done is better than perfect. So we're getting 2 shots. That's another part of the song, but you know I'm not going to repeat the rest. But we're going to give you 3. So we hope that you produce 3 of those. We're producing 4. And we are also going to challenge the rest of the nation. So good luck. Your network of the year. And with that, special thanks to Jessica. Thanks for inviting me. And I was super lucky. I got already invited to another presentation for California, which is super amazing. Thank you for your vote of confidence. And it'll be February 2nd. So I think, you know, with the time frame and everything, I don't think I'm going to select a winner by then. I think with Valentine's Day right around the corner, doesn't it just make sense? Like we'll pick the one we love right around there. But yeah, that's the end of my presentation. I'll hang around. We can definitely chat way more about the 20 under 40 and everything else. But I think it's important that we share the stage. And I love that you guys picked diverse and then also powerful women as panelists. That's super cool. You guys are doing cool stuff with your content. So keep it up. And I'll be back in a little. Thanks, guys.